this. You get to run this card, right? I mean, that's already great, but you also get a lot of late game effect that rather than just flooding out. So that is one of the big benefits of those lands, for sure. And of these red X and green X decks that I'm showing. It's just kind of some of the... Oh man, that's a lot of tap lands. What happened? But we're going to lead with that one. But those are the major strengths of the deck when you get right down to it. That's why you want to play a deck like this. You just throw some good cards in there, and then in the late game you get value out of your lands that normally you wouldn't get. Running other decks that, they run dual lands, which help them cast powerful spells, but when they run out of spells, their lands don't do a lot of things. Unless they're the man lands, which those are another whole level of awesome. Lands are pretty cool in Duels right now. This is definitely the coolest mana base we've ever had access to. You can have so many lands that do things. That's just awesome to me. That card's a pain in the butt. And look at us, we don't have anything to kill it just yet. What a big negative. What a turnoff. Alright, let's get this on the table. When you have choices of whether to play a Vile Aggregate or a Thopter Engineer, you always want to play the Aggregate because it basically gives your Thopters double haste, right? So next turn when we play this guy will have 2 power and the Thopter will have 1 power, and you attack for a total of 3, whereas if we played this first, you would attack for 1 the turn you played the Thopter Engineer, another 1 the next turn, but your Vile Aggregate would come out and have Summoning Sickness. So you'd be relying on the Engineer to get in, which doesn't happen too often. He wants to send in the Knuckleheads. I will say, do your worst. I am not scared of... Yeah, okay, double tracker. Does he have the land drop? That's going to be key. He does. I would have made the land drop first, but I guess there's no risk, so he didn't have to. It's no big deal. Alright, same thing when you draw double aggregate. You play aggregates and then engineers. Let's get in there. I think we have to. We can't sit back. Not against him generating clues. If he weren't making a bunch of clues, I would be tempted to kick it, and not get aggro, but I don't think we have that choice now. He's gonna have the late game. He's gonna definitely have the late game with those clues and me with no way to deal with those trackers yet. Now, I could make him spend his turn, because he can sack 2 clues and make a 5/4. I can make him spend his turn like that, but I don't think that's very good for me. If he wants to do it now, I think that's fine. We may have to turn on the chump block, but we can dial up some pressure and retaliation. But if we're chump blocking now, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to hit me for 10 here. It's going to suck. Let's be clear, but I think I can still race if things come together for me. I think I can still race. It's gonna take a land off the top. Definitely gonna take a land off the top. That's not a land, and that's not a card I need right now. Well, crap. Oh, did that wrong. My bad. But I don't think it'll matter. 26 lands, but we still stall. I think I do it like this. Alrighty. Well, this draw didn't turn out very healthy at all. And this time he had 2 of the rare card in Duels that causes problems that I had no answer to. Instead of Thought-Knot Seer, it was Tireless Tracker. Is there anything I could do? I mean, I guess I can jump and just, yeah. He's just gonna let that happen and play what? Probably hold up Pulse Marasa so he doesn't get burned out. Would be probably the smart way to go. Now, why would he play that before playing his land and leave it open to Fiery Impulse? Oh well, I can't. Yeah, Fiery Impulse wouldn't kill it. Actually, there's nothing that would. It's no risk, it just feels sloppy. Oh, man. So what do I need to do? Probably concede. Would be my best bet, right? But let's see what happens. Nope, that won't do. So like that. Block. Okay. Interesting. And no clue sacrificing. Interesting. I wonder if he missed it. I wonder. I mean, it's gotta be over. Come on, dude. What's in your hand? All you need are 2 removal spells. You've got the Rogue's Passage. Like, I'm dead. I see it. I'm just gonna leave. I don't know what he's waiting for. Alright, maybe he didn't see it, but send him the message. I wouldn't want to win from him not seeing it. Alright, try again. Who's better, Bishop and Tracker? I'm gonna take the cheesy answer. Bishop and Tracker. I like playing them both in my decks. I really love having both of them in there. I like the green-white and the Abzan lists with those guys. Alright, we'll give him 30 more seconds. And here we go. Alright, game 3. Actually game 4, but since our first game ended in a really weird place, I can't really count that. So, here we go. Important game, in my opinion. I don't want a deck that's going to be too slow to pressure these Planeswalker decks. I don't want a deck that's going to get run over by Tireless Trackers either. Alright, let's see. That flying is a big ability on Bishop too. It's like there aren't many things in these mid-range decks that fly. So if you have flyers and the opponent doesn't, you just You're way ahead. Pressure their planeswalkers or just beat them down while generating a whole bunch of value on the board. It's pretty beautiful. And it's one reason I don't like this mono-red Eldrazi deck as much as I like other decks. There's just other great value cards in the format, and I feel like this is a mid-range deck that doesn't have much going for value. It tries to like somehow blow the opponent out and end the game with power, but other decks can play like really good cards like Tracker and Bishop that are not necessarily powerful, but they get on the board and they give you presence, and then they generate value while they do it. I don't think this deck does that, this red Eldrazi deck, I don't think it does that at all. That's one of the big problems I have with it. One of the big problems I have with this deck. And now he has Oath, so he can cast his Planeswalkers very easily. Like, we didn't even do anything on turn 2. Again, it's so frustrating. There isn't too much you can do with turn 2. I looked through the deck. I don't want to run a Runed Servitor or something like that. I mean, Runed Servitor is so bad in the format now. He used to at least trade with another creature and cause problems. Oh, hello. I bet I never get the other red. But now he just sits around doing nothing. He's a very sad panda. That's a good draw. Yeah, not this time, buddy. Let's see if he if he drew both of them again. Shall we? Because I have not seen a Thought-Knot Seer since I drew the double. I run the Mimics. I don't really like them. I think you have to, because they lead to some really explosive draws, but they're just a 2-1 like 90% of the time. So they spend most of the game not attacking and most of the game not blocking. Why do you say I suck? What'd I do? Bird wants to let me know I suck. Okay. I'll bite. Tell me about it. What did I do this time? I always make some mistakes. I'm just always... I'm always curious what they are. Okay, let's exile something else. Hit one of those advocates he seems to have most games, but that's good. But I mean, the deck has such all the decks, like the well-built decks nowadays, have such a deep they're just so much deeper. The card pool is so much deeper than it used to be that you just about every turn they have a good card. It used to be like, oh man, they drew like 2 of that awesome rare, and now it's like, well, the deck's full of awesome rares. I didn't miss a land drop, did I? I don't think I missed a land drop. No way. Turn 1, 2, 3, play that, 4, play that. No, I didn't miss a land drop. Now you're just messing with me. But, wow, I would have loved a land drop right frickin' there. I would have loved one, and I didn't get it. So, I guess we're probably gonna have to Warping Wail for it. Let's get up. Alright, you want to send the Colossi in my general direction while I do nothing over here? I bet you do. And here it comes. I don't think Engineer's gonna do better. If I let that thing become... all I need is the 1 more mana to play the Oblivion Sower. But if I let that thing become a 12/12, there's like nothing I can do. So I think I have to get my block on. There's like no way for me to kill a 12/12. I could eventually hope to obligate it, but he's got the chump blockers from his Oath, so he's sitting pretty. And if he has a Planeswalker here, we've almost lost the game. Almost. Nope. Okay. Let's make a Scion. Okay, that comes out tapped. So that got us to 5, not 6. We really need the 6. That's what we really need. Because this can brick wall it. Now I can steal his guy, but all it's going to do is kill one of his 1/1s. That's not impressive. That doesn't do any good for anybody. So how could I get... I gotta try to get him to 12, and then I gotta try to get him to tap out his creatures. So let's do it like this. I'm gonna take a pretty awkward line in this game, where we're just pretty much trying to set him up for a lethal swing from the Colossus. But the way he's playing tells me Pulse of whatever that card is in our future. He is a slow player. That is for sure. Now, I'm a pretty slow player too, but I'm explaining like everything I'm doing to my audience. So I think I have a good excuse. He's gonna get back Tracker. Yep, there you go. That 6 life is gonna be a pain. Let's see how much he swings with at us this time. Oh my gosh. Tick tock, make it stop. DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till I see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop, yo. Oh, 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 oh. I appreciate this guy inviting me to a game, but he's really taking too long. Every end step so far has been a pause and all this other stuff. Yeah, we could also try to get him in range for Vile Abbey. That's a good point, Nighthawk. Now you're going to play Tireless Tracker, and you're going to sack... Oh, I guess he drew Woodland Wanderer. Now you're going to play Woodland Wanderer. Also a good card to play. Not a hard decision. Alright. Still feeling the mana screw, and definitely want the big body. The problem here is he only needs a removal spell, and we know he plays Angelic Purge and Declaration of Stone. And we're not going to get red mana off of this, but maybe it gives us more colorless mana and we can improve our situation. 3 lands. Alright, let's have a look over here. Archangel, Planar Outburst, Advocate. Okay. Let's not send the 1/1. It's on Chump Block Detail. Still screwed on double red, which we have 16 sources. You'd think we could find a way to be okay, but so far, yeah. Now, how much land do we have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. Like the tail of this whole game. 1 land short, man. Perhaps he's watching your stream. Nighthawk would probably be looking, but yeah, there's a chance. But some of his plays haven't looked like, you know, sniping. Some of his plays have been pretty unsnipey. And now he has double purge. Yeah, good job, dude. He got me. I like them with Oath. I didn't even think about how good those could be with Oath. So, he's gonna bring the pain. Frickin' Vigilance on the Wanderer is a problem. That's late. Okay, so we gotta do it. This is coming right down to the wire, guys. You ready? Here's the line we gotta take. Let's see here. If he takes this, goes to 4, we just have to live. It's gonna be close. If he has another removal spell, we don't win. Yep, he's gonna take it. Also, if he has another Pulse of Marasa, we don't win. So let's see how long it takes him to figure out lethal this time. Alright, in the tank. Let's see what he decides to attack with. He's just gonna do that. Alright. Obligator is probably the least valuable since it's not gonna go anywhere. Didn't see a reason to block the Wanderer at all. I can't think of a direct damage spell he could have here. If he's holding, like, if he's slow rolling me with Pulse, he really shouldn't. He should just play it right now. Okay, he's not. He's gonna cast his tracker. Wow. Guys, did we get there? Did we get there? In that game? Did we pull it off? Oh, baby! That was a pretty hot game. That was a pretty hot game. Oh man, good match. Good match. Send it to my opponent. That game was pretty shocking. I guess that Obligator is quite the tool, man. Yeah, Tybalt, you would say something like that. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Alright. I don't know, I tried the Juggernauts, I couldn't get behind Juggernaut. I'm trying to think of other cards that you had that I didn't. I definitely saw most of your deck that day. I'm trying to remember what the heck was in it, though. Ah, feels like a million years ago. Alright, in for another game. Let's rock and roll. Oh yay, Uno rank. Let's do it. Nah, I've lost to plenty of Uno ranks. We're all starting at a low one when you pick up this game. Alright, we'll try this out. And get our waste out of the way. Let's get wasted. And see what our opponent's got up. Why is Ignition in the deck? Starting to ask myself that question. I had a few games where it was amazing. Wasn't amazing in the last series, though. Not at all. Actually, though, there was a game I would have won if I'd drawn the land to play it. It's amazing. I can run 26 lands and still stall out at, like, 3 on a pretty regular basis. That's why the first time I played this deck, we called it, like, I think it was Mulligan Drazi, because all I did was mulligan every hand. Never seemed to have good hands. Alright, let's see what we got. Thing in the Ice. Alright. So I love decisions like this. Do I get on the board and then clear away with Firecraft and see if I get a better target? Probably. Get on the board. I don't think you can flip it next turn. In fact, there's not a series of cards in Duels that can do that. Let's see, so there's Thiefy Thief. So, if we catch him tapped out, Ignition can take care of the Thief, so we can go ahead and fire off Firecraft on the thing. And then make him get around the Matter Reshaper? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. Because we just can't have thing going ballistic. We don't have, like, a 7/8. All that we have is hopefully a way to obligate it, and that's about it. You lost priority. What did you mean to do with it? He doesn't like the idea of attacking me. Well, I don't like the idea of igniting into open mana, so I think this is going to be a Vile Aggregate turn. Also, you don't want to just throw out Pia and Kiran when you've got that plan. So let's see if this resolves, because that's going to influence whether or not I want to attack with Matter Reshaper. If I attack with Matter Reshaper, no, if he had a way to like tap or move my... If he had a way to get rid of this, he would have done it last turn, and I may as well attack with it. I mean, if he's going to block and trade some tricks with it, with his Thief... I mean, wouldn't he have attacked if he could do that? I think he would have attacked if he could do that. But he could be being extra defensive for some reason. It's ridiculous to assume he can't do anything, but at the same time he played as if he could do nothing. Weird. It's one of those situations where it's hard to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Okay. See, why wouldn't he attack last turn if that's his play? He's really having a good look. Maybe something he's got to read. Something with a lot of text. Maybe a Chandra. Nope. Fail. But that's a good card to draw. I don't know. I guess not the way I think about it. There's the grip. Alright, that's a good one. And now he's got 2 critters, and he's gonna get his card draw on. So if we're gonna be not tapped, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we draw. Looks a lot like the prowess list I put out there, which was mostly based on Gemini, so I shouldn't take any credit. Alright, so I guess we'll just remove his board and make him rebuild from there. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, we're trying some mono red Eldrazi today. That's the plan. And it looks like we're up against prowess with a full grip of noise-making cards, I'm sure. Let's see what he wants to... hit us with some haste, probably. I think we're up against a rank 1 too, but just shows, you know, you never know. Everybody's had their rank reset. You never know quite what you're going to run into. There's Chandra. So how do we want to care about Chandra? I'm not too concerned if he wants to flip Chandra right now. I have 18 life. He'd have to play a whole bunch of spells, and then we'd put out a lot of pressure for her. So let's see if we can get Pia Kiran to resolve here. Okay, he's flashing counters, which he doesn't have, or else he would have used it, so I guess just bluffing me. Let's pump. Let's get in there. Yeah, looks like some kind of a blue-red surge tempo prowess. Kind of all the instants, all the spells type deck. A lot like the one we played 2 days ago. It's the telling time. There it is. Alright. Your turn, buddy. Not your buddy, friend. Not your friend, buddy. Let's see what happens. Any kind of a sweeper wouldn't make a lot of sense in his deck, and he didn't. He only played, with 6 mana, he only played 1 creature last turn and no other spells, so it's hard to tell what he's sitting on, or what he can do with it. So I'm going to be curious. We've definitely put the ball in his court. He needs to have a big turn. Alright. Twin Bolt. Okay. Down goes Pia Kiran. To my face again. He's got one more red, so is it another Twin Bolt? Is it an Expedite? Come on, buddy. What's it gonna be? Watch that timer. Oh, Fall of the Titans, nice. The technology. So that will take out our Thopters. Or is he going to go after the Vile Aggregate, flip Chandra? Nope, he still won't have enough to kill it. Okay. You better hurry. You better hurry. He's not going to have time. He's going to run out of time to activate Chandra again at this rate. He's out of time. Yep, they picked your targets for you. Let's do this before Chandra untaps so that he doesn't get the chance to flip it. Oh, he can. Okay. Even when you're out of time, you can do your instant speed effects. You probably won't get to activate her, though. But let's find out. What do I know? I've been nothing but wrong lately. Nothing but wrong. Ran out of time, dude. It happened to me yesterday. It is a thing that can and does happen. Alright, let's get in there. I missed a damage. I should have played Endbringer, attack Chandra with Vile Aggregate, hit him for 1. So if this comes down to 1 life point, that's on me. My bad, guys. Got a little tunnel vision. My bad. But we'll see if this comes down to 1 life. I like where we're at right now, though. Yeah, we don't really have a Pyromancer's Goggles, so this deck is very likely completely unlike Todd Anderson's deck from SCG. This deck looks a lot more like, this is a lot more like the Prowess deck that Gemini built and that I played the other day. Fall of the Titans is probably something that you try out because you see it, maybe you see it played at like an SCG live. I tried it in my deck for a little while. I didn't find the same effect. Alright, he wants to scry. Love it. And a Crush of Tentacles. Ooh, there you go. That's different. Oh boy. How are we going to deal with an 8/8? I'd love to draw an Eldrazi Obligator for it. That would make me happy. And he's going to run his timer out again, looks like. Crush of Tentacles. Wow. I wonder if that's something I should try in these Prowess decks, although it just seems pretty crazy. Run that timer to the ground, dude. So we can guess he has a slip-through space. It's the only thing I can think of that would hold up his timer right here. So we can guess we can't actually block this 8/8, which is, if he has a Titan Strength, that's going to be just lethal. But he cast his Titan Strength, so maybe he has another. He's still got 3 cards in his hand. But man, goodness gracious, people running out their timers today. Unless did we break the game? Is this another broken game? Yeah, I know, Chandra's Ignition hasn't done much in this game, and it didn't do much in the last game. Could very well be wrong. Just something I wanted to try. Somebody played Red Eldrazi against me, completely blew me out playing Chandra's Ignition, so I subbed him in. The very next game I played, I blew somebody out playing Chandra's Ignition in Red Eldrazi. So, small sample size, but in 2 games I saw it do amazing work and I wanted to try it. I think that's more than a good enough reason to try it, no matter what other people think of that decision. Doesn't mean it's right, just means it's worth trying. And it looks like we are frozen again, which, awesome. We had a really good game going. This is the second time today. We had a really good game, and it just completely glitched out. So I'm going to count to 30, then we're going to get on out of here. Alrighty. Crap. Another one bites the dust. 2 games today glitched out. Bummer. Alright, let's get in and see if we can find another... What time is it? Tybalt, also known as Peepee, so if I call him Peepee, you know who I'm talking to. You guys all know this guy. Do you still like the Red Eldrazi deck? Probably not my version, which, that's fine, but, like your version? Do you still like it? Do you think it's one of the more competitive decks? I struggle because I like the other decks because I feel like there are a lot of ways to generate value while also getting a board presence, but, I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Alright, looks like we found another one pretty quick, so that's good. Instead of doing the waiting for players to join the match dance. Alright, the dopest. 022, bring it. You want some? Come get some. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll keep. Need to draw 1 of our 24 lands off the top of the deck to have a hand that does stuff. And it would be nice if 1 was colorless, but this is really slow, it's on the draw, and I don't like it. So what are the more aggressive cards I'm missing? Like, because I did try to start from about what I saw you play, but I have obviously forgotten some of it. So what are the more aggressive cards I'm missing? Because that was my first instinct too. I wanted it to be very aggressive. But yeah, like, I still don't feel like it has a 2-drop. Like, it needs good 2-drops, man. I feel like I'm without 2-drops. The deck feels very lonely that way. Dopus is gonna do some kind of 5-color nuttiness on us. You know, I usually play Aggregate first, and this time I played Engineer first. What am I doing? Sigh. Oh well. Our opponent's going big rampy. Alright. That's probably right on time, because I definitely want a Thought-Knot. Whatever he's ramping up to, I don't want it to happen. So let's find out. Now, I don't think I've lost a game where I drew a Thought-Knot Seer, and I think that's part of the problem. If we had 4 Thought-Knots and 4 of... Okay, so definitely this is his big ramp target, and I don't think I have a great solution to it, so that's where we're going. The deck has, like, really varied power levels, right? I mean, if you draw Thought-Knot and you draw Reality Smasher, the deck is like, kabam! And I feel like a lot of the rest of this stuff is the stuff we play because we don't have enough of them. But I should try to make it more aggressive. Let's see. That was definitely my first instinct, and I do feel like I don't like being stuck in the middle. I know I've said that a few times. I said at the start of this video, and I'm still saying it. So we'll look at what we could do different right after this game. The things, I don't know. The harder I looked at the kind of aggressive curve, the less I liked it. But we'll try it. We'll give that a spin. I've been pretty much discontent with the mid-range thing this whole time, so may as well try something different. So he played his Telling Time. He played his land. He's got Nissa's Renewal. I'm sure there are sweepers in there. So let's just push for max damage, like, every single turn, because he's going to gain a bunch of life, and we're just going to want to reduce his draws as much as we can. Oh, look, that's his draw. You got a Spell Shrivel out of that, probably that Telling Time. But I don't think that changes how we do things. I think we just push for max damage every turn that we can. Just do as much to him every turn as we can and try to keep him from drawing another big noise-making monster. Runed Servitor, Warping Wail, yep. Spatial, yeah. Obligator, yep. Engineer, Reshaper, yep. Titan's Presence. Juggernaut. So the big differences would be the Walker and the Waste, the Juggernaut, and the Servitors. So those are kind of the different cards. I think I'm having trouble with just... I'm not impressed by the power level of those cards, but they might be... I mean, they probably are right for this deck, but like, really, when I look at those cards, I'm just like, ugh. I'm sure you feel kind of the same way. It's duels, right? It's the stuff we have to play with. So we know he has Nissa's Renewal. We can contort him, smash for 6. He's at 5. He goes up to 11. We smash for 6. And he's down to 5 again, which is 1 frickin' short. But if we don't, he can gain life off the Liliana, and that pushes the clock even further. I really would have loved to have drawn another land, but it seems like I say that every single game right now, and I'm running 26 lands. I've been running 26 lands, and this is still happening to me. So Titan's Presence could be better. I'm taking it from that you really want Titan's Presence to be better. I don't know if it's my bad luck, but I really can't seem to have Titan's Presence in my hand without a total lack of things to cast it with. But again, you have Juggernaut, so it should be better in your deck. Yeah, those were good games. X2 or Too Fast for You. Those were some good games. That was a good 2 out of 3 for sure. Especially, you know, that Bantwalker's deck was a pretty good test. It's the kind of deck you want to be able to beat. Okay, so we're gonna go in for 6, and he'll be at 6. I was off one on my math again earlier. Grr. Attacking for max damage would be Pia Kiran. Now, the fact that he played Nissa's Renewal last turn tells me he didn't draw, because he's got so much mana. He had mana before that renewal. It kind of tells me that he didn't draw anything he could cast that was good, which makes me less, like, it makes me not want a Thought-Knot Seer. The only thing he could have drawn there was Ulamog. So I think I just want to, again, push for max damage, try to get him as close to 4 Firecraft range as possible, so even if he draws a board sweeper, which is, you know, even Ulamog then doesn't help him if I can just get in enough damage. Alright, there we go. Tips for a beginner getting into Magic: play more Magic. Listen to more Magic, watch more Magic, watch streamers, watch YouTube videos, and just go for immersion, dude. Just try to fill as much time in a day with Magic as you can. That's the quickest and most reliable way to get better at Magic. Necromantic summons, getting back Liliana. And he's at 11. This guy is fighting. Fighting. So, if he blocks Thought-Knot, he takes 1, 2, 3, 4. He gains 4, 5, 6. That's not good. Ignition can't kill the frickin' Liliana, so Ignition is once again looking like a tool. And not a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Not good. That was a pretty good set of plays on that turn, but we knew about the summons. We knew that was... I figured that was pretty likely when I killed Liliana, but... The other renewal is a big downer. I figured he wouldn't have the life total anymore and that the Firecraft would finish the game. So, that's a bummer. Let's get this aggregate out there, because that might be able... We might be able to get that up to where Chandra's Ignition off the aggregate is enough to do the job. And he doesn't have a good attack into it. So he's pausing for something. Maybe he drew another Telling Time? It implies that his only cards left are Instant Speed, which is a big downer. Alright. So what does that tell me? Some kind of a pump spell would be absolutely bizarre, and I don't think I play around that. Sweeper is far more likely, and if he's going to sweep the board, let's block. Flesh to Dust. Okay. Why wouldn't he do that after the block so that his Liliana didn't die? It would have changed my aggregate into a 4/5. I think that's a mistake. Okay. Summons. Not the Thought-Knot Seer. And Nissa. My goodness. He going off. And a 4/4. Hit for 1. I can take his attack and counter swing. Let's see. Second aggregate, pretty darn good blocker in this under the circumstance. Awkward mana. One more land, man. I've said it every single game. One more land. If he flips Liliana, I have plenty to discard. I don't really care about a zombie. Does he have anything to even get back? Nothing. So, alright. Alright, you are on kill Nissa duty. You are on kill player duty. Come on. Don't you dare frickin' freeze up here. Alright, there we go. Just attack out, he's super dead. I mean, not with lifelink Liliana, dude. Not with lifelink Liliana. So now he's giving me an option. I can kill Liliana or I can kill his 4/4. I guess we'll take care of the Liliana. But I wanted to get my Vile Aggregate to 5 power so that Liliana couldn't effectively, you know, brick wall it. I still wanted to send it over. So that's why I didn't hold up Firecraft. The 4 life off Liliana would put him at 16. I don't think there's any way I win that turn. The lifelink from Liliana would put him at 16. I don't have that much damage to attack with. I don't know what you're talking about. So, whatever advanced level you're on for me right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 14. Not quite dead. Alrighty. But let's send in the clowns. I don't see what misplay you're even trying to point out. I don't know what you're railing against. I'll just assume that you're smart and I'm an idiot. Sound good? I'm pretty sure that's what you want me to say anyway. And that's fine. So that was he's got an interesting 5-color build, that's for sure. I don't know, I guess he loves his Planeswalkers, Alhameret, and his ramp spells. I wonder what else he puts in there for like his top knot, for his kind of top rope. 5-color something or other. Alrighty, let's play some. Let's see. Hugs and kisses, Pee-Pee, isn't that what you say? Yep. I have quite honestly been playing like absolute crap since this game dropped. I don't know if it's the unfamiliarity with some of the cards, which honestly shouldn't matter. Like, I should be able to get over that. So I would like that to not be the case. But I have been playing like crap in general, and I think it's just the sheer amount of hours is like kind of numbing on my brain. I go into autopilot a lot more than I should, or than I ever should. I go into autopilot way too often when I play the game nowadays. So that is it's kind of it's wearing on me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I would prefer to play really well and really tight. I have not really done that in the last few weeks, but people say that they're still having fun, so I guess there's still entertainment value. Let's see, getting aggressive. I'll try the servitors again. But we'll try it this way for a game or two and see if your version is speaking to us a little bit better. Abbott being bugged is really bummer, but and it's not like you ever want to drop this on turn 2 anyway. You don't. You just don't. What else am I missing up there? The Juggernauts, he does Walker the Waste, but I'm doing like a 1-waste version, and I really like this mana base better than the dozens of wastes version. So I don't want to quite try that yet. I want to try one thing at a time. I hope that's okay. And the Titan's Presence. Man, I guess Titan's Presence with Aggregate could be fun if you already have a board presence. And we'll give it a try. See. Yeah, like I was saying, the Chandra's Ignition, it did awesome like 2 or 3 times in the very beginning. Like, it worked against me. Like, I played against Red Eldrazi, and it blew me out. And I was like, I didn't think about adding Chandra's Ignition. What an idea! And then I played it, and the very first game I played with it, I just blew out some guy with a huge board, and I was like, this is brilliant! It's beautiful! It's the best thing I've ever seen. And then it was absolutely ugly today. So, that's what I get, you know. Sometimes you get those opinions really quick. A little bit of bias from a few quick experiences. Telling the difference takes time. It takes time. And definitely today, we've seen it sit in the hand and do a whole lot of the nothing way too often. I'm not going to cut a land because of how many times I've said today that I would like another land. Just about every game today I've said I wanted another land. I'm actually going to cut the presence since I don't have the walkers, and since I cut a lot of the higher, more expensive colorless cards. But that could be a mistake, and maybe we'll come back to it. Let's try it like this. A little more aggressive. Try to finish things off nice and quick. Oh, wow. Those ratings just took a nosedive. But let's see if it just runs better. Of course, if we draw lands like right in sequence, anything would run better if you hit your mana just peachy clean. Peachy clean. Yeah, you probably won't agree with this. I don't know anybody that does. Probably everybody will disagree with this. But I've been running at least 26 lands in almost all of my decks since this expansion dropped, since there's so much utility to get out of the lands, and I find missing land drops to just be so painful when you have more powerful cards to cast, including, Reality Smasher. But every deck now has their build up to their 4s and their 5s, whether they're Planeswalkers or Whirler Rogues or whatever. They're just more awesome than ever. And you can do more stuff with your land than ever, so I've been sticking to 26 lands in a lot of decks. And I really haven't lost from Mana Flood very often. I mean, people who have been watching this stream like every day will tell you, I've lost to Mana Screw plenty of times, but Mana Flood has not kept me from winning games, hardly at all. And look at this. Here I go. I can't even get an aggressive hand. I guess we'll try this. I guess it would be if I cut Chandra. That's what you'd tell me, right? But I love Chandra too much. What's the point of playing this game if I can't play with the cards I love? So let's see where this horrible hand goes. Oh, we're gonna get Bronze Sable. It's on. Perilous Mirror 2.0. We're gonna get Bronze Sable beatdown. Yeah. So I say that, and now you'll probably watch me get flooded because that's exactly how it feels. Tibble, you got your opinion, I got mine, dude. We're disagreeing. It's just the way it's gonna be. I don't think it's game over, but, you know, I could. I mean, he put Nimbus Wings on that Sable. You're right. I probably don't have to bother. I probably don't have to play this game. Nimbus Wings on Sable. Voltron assembled. Good night. See ya. Adios. I can't believe I've got to do this. I've got to do it. There's no way I can not do it, but oh my gosh, I have to. Feels so dirty. Feels so wrong. Good night, sweet prince. We knew you for far too short a time, Mr. Sable. Bye-bye, kitty. Is that a kitty? Is it Mongoose? What's a Sable? Anybody? What's a Sable? I don't know. Oh, man. Ah, I did it. That's a good draw. Let's see. He's pure white at this point, isn't he? So there's no chance of getting like discard spells, so I can slow roll these tech lands. Let's get up in that hand. What are you gonna unleash on me? He's got a 3/1 lifelink, or 3/2 lifelink. He's got a Boonweaver Giant. That's a long ways away. And I guess I'll take your Nimbus Wings, so he can't pressure my Chandra. Goodbye. Wow, I had to take a Nimbus Wings. I feel so. I must be doing something wrong. Like, something is wrong. I'll tell you one thing that is wrong. I drank too much water and it's cold, and it's still cold in this room, and my heater isn't working, so now I'm like chattery. I'm shivering. Whew. It was that, or maybe the Sable just put the fear of God into me. Alright. Boonweaver, yeah, man. This guy, that's exactly right, Nighthawk. He's not playing. He's not here to mess around. He's not doing to mess around. I think it's going to be an Abby, Thopter Engineer, hold up Warping Wail kind of turn, and then maybe I'll make a Scion. I don't know. I'd prefer a Sorcery to counter, you know? But whatever. Now, Boonweaver, that's a juicy target for an Obligator, if you ask me. That's a juicy one. You want to run into Thought-Knot Brick Wall? Thought-Knot. He's thinking about it anyway. Boonweaver combos, dude. So many Boonweaver combos. Combo that Boonweaver, baby. Oh, PP wants to chat, I guess. Oh, Jesus. I missed my Warping Wail. Just a second. Okay. Let's... I think it's gonna be okay this time. I may be able to overcome the Boonweaver menace without it, but of course there's no guarantees in life. Are you are you turned on so the chat can hear you?
Yeah. I was just having way too much fun with the trolls.
Yeah,
I
right
figured it'd
on.
just be easier to be in a party.
Yeah, come on in. Troll me. You can troll me from here. It's fun.
I thought of a genius idea, so now I'm gonna work on it.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna slow roll us
By
or tell us what it is?
I mean, it is the most genius idea. It's the old Gitrog monster plus Molten Vortex deck.
Do it.
We're breaking it.
Yeah, man. Grinch, yeah, if you set it up, you can stream your party chat, which is totally awesome and should be done on the regular because it is cool. But yeah, Gitrog Vortex. I want to see this deck. Jund mid-range of some kind, I'm guessing.
No, man. Fuck that. We're just going for it.
Okay.
It's called Find It or Die, the game.
So you're gonna like gather the pack. You're probably gonna do that vessel, just everything you can to pull Gitrog out of your butt.
Four copies already in the deck.
Yeah, are you gonna do some Flame Shadow with it? I mean, cause what's better than one Gitrog? Two Gitrogs, right?
You read my mind.
Yeah, I know. That's great minds, dude. Great minds think alike.
Is there a way to get cards from my graveyard that aren't creatures? Probably not.
Green Warden.
Oh yeah, Green Warden will do it.
I got you. In the meantime, we're gonna go nuclear on this dude with Chandra and call this a pretty awkward game here. And just say, sorry, Boonweaver. You only need 3 more lands to cast it. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong. Nighthawk says you gotta play, let's see, he wants to do Flame Shadow plus Bellower plus Inexorable Blob. I mean, you'll probably have Delirium. Okay.
I'll build 2 lists. One list that just tries to find it as soon as possible, and the other one that is probably not as bad.
Beating on rank 3s, Covert is a bully. Yeah, I know. I'm just beating up kids for their lunch money over here. I don't choose my foes. They don't choose me, but we are somehow destined to meet on the battlefield.
What did you just say?
Just a comment somebody put in my chat. And he says I'm beating up on rank 3s, so I'm a bully. I'm like, fate didn't choose. Fate put this guy in front of me. I gotta tear him down. It's the way of the world.
Old Rorschach from Watchmen. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You are all, you viewers are all locked in here with me. Let's see what our next opponent wants to bring on us. They look like a good old Thopter type build from that background. Let's see what kind of gambit they're running. So what do you viewers think? I know we only played 1 game. We're about to play a second, so you can tell me later. But what do you guys think? Do you want the PP version? You want to run the Runed Servitor Juggernaut, get aggro, or
I like it.
Do you want to run some Endbringer madness? My big dumb 5/5, who always gets declared to be in stone very quickly and angelically purged on the regular. It's just a big old removal target on his face. All right. Well, this will be a good test because we got the curve. We're god drawing as we speak. We've got Runed Servitor, we got Thopter Engineer, and we've got Juggernaut. So we'll see. We'll see how this puts up with a turn 2 Timberling guide from the opponent. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you compete with that.
I don't know what I do. What can you do? What can you do? Well, for one thing, I have to choose. Do I run my Servitor into it? I guess I really want to hit my next land drop because I'm stuck on 3 with all 26 lands and all, so I guess I go for it. Because if I hit my next land drop, I either Juggernaut him, Firebird him, or Thought-Knot him, all of which sound juicy, and I don't think he can quite compete with whatever he wants to do on turn 3. If it's anything like Timberland Guide, though, man, we may be in trouble. Spatial Contortion off the top. 26 lands can never hit land drop 4, dude. It's just like the story of Duels, Shadows over Innistrad for me.
Should I just build like Jund Control and just have the combo in it, or should I just build a deck that tries to find it as soon as possible? Like, what do you think, like, is more fun / better? I think the Jund Control deck's obviously better, but what would be more fun?
Well, it depends on your definition of fun. Like, if getting Gitrog and Molten Vortexing just kind of makes you go, yes, all the time, then you'll do it more often with that combo version. But if losing while searching for it and not finding it just wrecks your day, you're going to have a lot more wrecked days because of that deck.
True.
So it depends how deeply you hold to the ass kicking you will take while searching for it and failing to find.
Makes sense.
All right. Well, his play is Orchard Spirit, so I don't even want to Thought-Knot him because I'm pretty sure I don't want to see this hand. So let's get Juggernaut out there. I'm pretty sure this hand will just disgust me in every way.
Like, the only difference is I'm playing. The only difference really is Vessel of Nescency and Oath of Nissa are added to the deck. Those like the only differences that are made.
Well, that's no big deal. I like that
I'm gonna
Vessel.
cut Oath of Nissa.
That Vessel's a fun little card, so why the hell not? Alright, big jugs. Let's see what you can do. Did you know that Juggernaut was once upon a time restricted? True story. True story. Too good. 4 mana 5/3 was once too good.
Sarah Angel was taken out of core sets because it was deemed too powerful.
Yep.
Fun fact.
Magic history, people. Magic history. Bring on the next one. Hey, land drop number 4. Hallelujah. We got the Juggernaut out last time with the Warping Wail Scion, and we missed land drop 4 for 3 turns. Even though we had 3 lands in our opening hand. It's just the way it rolls. Nighthawk obviously can't be blocked by walls, dude. Too powerful. Just, like, Wizards couldn't take the chance that this would dominate the meta. I mean, you read the card. What's the question about? Why curious? Obvious. So obvious. I mean, look at him. He's dispersed it. Now he's anchored it to the ether. And it keeps on coming. It just keeps coming back. Everything he can possibly throw at this card. Juggernaut. Cast it for the 3rd time this game.
I kind of want to play this card, but it seems bad in the deck.
What card?
I'll think about it. Oh, Mind Rack Demon.
Dude, play Mind Rack Demon.
It's a 4/5.
Gotta play that Mind Rack Demon. So fun. So much fun.
Ooh, I gotta play that. That's spice.
Dan the man knows
Knows
what's up. He says that Juggernaut is the best card against Trump.deck. He is not wrong. He is not wrong.
That man needs to be removed from the chat.
Ban Hammer. Pushing Trump.deck right out of the format is what Juggernaut's doing, and we can't have it. We can't have it.
How dare you?
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, guys. So nobody sounded off with their opinions just yet, but now you've seen Juggernaut at work. I mean, which Eldrazi list? The kind of higher endy, midi rangey, or the quicker beat 'em downsies? It depends on the format, obviously. Like, I don't feel like I even understand this meta yet. So far, what I see ramp, and then I see no ramp. and I see 4-color Planeswalkers, and then I don't see it at all. And I can't even put like a finger on what most people are playing. It seems like every day I'm seeing different decks, which is fun. So, I don't know. Best deck in a vacuum is kind of hard to figure out. I guess in a vacuum you'd rather be proactive than reactive. That's about the best I can come up with.
My only question for you is, are you ready to go down?
Oh, you wanna bring this against you wanna challenge the Red Drazi? You wanna Gitrog me?
I gotta show this to the world.
Are you ready?
I mean, I'm building the mana base right now. It's gonna take me. I had to add 11 lands. Take me about 2 seconds.
Okay, I'll send you an invite, and then you can come on in. Are you guys ready to see the? Oh wait, they can't hear me when I'm doing this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So Peepee's gonna get up in here with his elite skills and his Gitrog Monster Molten Vortex. Are you guys ready to get owned in an amazing way? That's the idea.
The word owned.
I just always assume I'm going to get my butt kicked. Then it leads to pleasant surprises when that doesn't happen.
Not with this deck.
Then there's something wrong with me, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Gosh, well, this will be fun.
I think the chat wants some Gitrog action. Super Twonky is ready for Gitrog action. Release the frog. Hashtag Team Peepee. Yeah, people want the frog, dude.
That's the first time I've ever seen those words.
Hashtag Team Peepee from Nighthawk particularly is awesome. Yeah. Maybe he'll make a gif of you knocking me out.
The world's ending.
Nothing but love for those of us who stick with this buggy weirdo game, baby. Nothing but love.
That meme, I died laughing when I lost that round 1. That was the funniest meme I'd seen in a while. Especially,
I know.
It gets so much better and more personal when it's about you. I loved it. I showed it to people. I was like, this meme was about me, guys.
Oh yeah, man. I'd be proud if it were about me. I loved it. I really did like tune in and watch. I like went back to that post and watched it probably 5 times that day, and probably a couple times a week for about a month afterwards. You just can't watch that and not laugh. Just the way that guy is bouncing around with his head. It's great. Oh my goodness. I
obliterated that round 1. And like I had talked about the deck like the day before, saying like it was my worst matchup, not close. So it was just like unfortunate.
Yeah, but you got it all the way back to the semis after round 1, so it was interesting to see people kind of like fluctuating back and forth. Like 1 minute they're like, we got to worry about this guy, he's talking a big game, he's a judge, he's experienced. Then it's like, his deck is crap, he's crap, Hakeem pounded him, everything's great, he's over, he's not even anybody. And then you make top 8 and then they're back to like, we don't know what to think. We don't know how to feel.
I didn't lose another game until top 8.
And then what? You wear the horse head and now everybody's like, yeah, I guess he's all right.
Yep.
I guess he's all right.
To the ethereal plane.
That you can only go there by putting yourself on Connect camera in a horse head. But go ahead.
About the vessel. Don't think it's good when you have 3 copies. I mean, I don't know. You never know.
I mean, isn't the mission to find the frog? I mean, if that doesn't find the frog, what does? That doesn't get you there.
You're right.
If that doesn't get you there, what the heck will? But I mean, we're getting jug nasty up in here. You shouldn't have told me to speed my deck up right before you run the frog pile.
Right?
You have too good of a heart, Peepee. You have too good of a heart. It's gonna be like, what are you gonna be on? Land drop 4? Languish. Gotta hit that lang.
Well, in my 26 land deck, I might miss my land drop here, so you never know. Yep.
Oh, that's the way it is.
Said it.
Guess you got a vessel.
Said it.
Oh no, there you go. You got your ranger.
I didn't want to have to do it. Gotta do that.
Nighthawk has basically said that you'll get more GIFs if you lose more often. How do you feel about that? GIFs
I'll do my
or
best.
winning? GIFs or winning?
I will do my best, I suppose.
Now, where's the frog? Did he find Froggy?
Really?
Did he find Froggy?
That's a million damage.
That's also trample.
Oh, is it trample? I didn't read that fucking card. You think I read?
I apparently I overestimated you. My bad.
You're giving me more respect than I deserve. You think I read cards?
I should know this. I should know this by now. Actually, I know you read cards. I know you read like 400 cards in one sitting with me a few days ago. So, you know.
I don't remember it.
Hey, Pulse. There you go. There you go.
I don't recall.
Let's see here.
So we're gaining life.
Doing it. Doing it.
Warping Wail.
Warping
Wail?
No, not quite. Not quite. Working on it.
You should ask your Twitch chat if they're ready to see the realest shit they've ever seen.
Twitch chat, are you ready to see the real? Wait a minute, I don't have to ask. They hear you. But I can tell you, they're a game bunch. They're real. Yep,
Blue.
there it is. There it is. But I still got the lethal if you don't kill it. Oh, that is the realest. That is the realest.
He said, "Don't exquisite firecraft me, please."
Oh no. Does it have to end like this, PP? I'm sorry. I just drew it.
It happens. You make it worse by saying that, but it happens. It cuts deeper.
Ki. Oh, I just figured you could watch the stream and find out. Old school.
Man.
All right, game 2. No Gitrog sightings, and we need some. We need some Gitrog sightings, or else it's not an adequate test.
That awkward moment when you block a creature with trample and it matters.
Yeah, it mattered. All right, invite sees. Here it comes. Maybe we can get a GIF off that.
that moment when you forgot a creature had trample. Rest in peace. Yeah, I'm not saying this deck is any good. That's for sure. We just want to see if we can do it.
I'm putting a Jund Frog down on my archetype list for notes just in case it blows up, because you never know. You never know.
Well, I wanted to keep it on the D-low, but I hadn't worked on it yet, so I don't think the deck is good. But
you got a funny way of keeping it on the D-low. You walked in here and threw it on CGB channel.
Yeah, they were talking about combos on that No Goblins forum, and I looked through the whole thing. And I was like, really? No one's noticed Gitrog Monster plus Molten Vortex is sweet? Come on, man.
Yeah,
there's value there.
I just
One
seriously.
draw card?
I'm pretty sure I threw that as a comment on my blog the other day. Somebody wanted me to build around Gitrog, and I'm like, it's a mythic one-of. I'm not going to do that. You can do it if you want, but if you do, please play Molten Vortex. That is all. And the comment was something like that. Because that stuff is broken. I mean, we've seen you rock a Molten Vortex in that tournament, so we know very well how far you can take that strategy. 30 lands,
Jesus,
Molten Vortex.
That was the ultimate troll.
Might be worth
The
revisiting in this
ultimate troll.
format, where 30 lands isn't as bad as it used to be. You have some techie lands to put in there. All right, Ranger getting its ranging on, Servitor getting servitoring. Both doing what would do. Reading some dem bones. Oh my gosh, Vessel, read the bones. How do you not find the frog? I'm gonna be shocked if you don't turn 5 frog.
Right? One would safely assume.
Nighthawk wants to know, was
Yeah,
that the
frog
deck with
could be
acid moss and no green? You're right. You're damn right that was.
You're goddamn right.
Thank
Say
you.
my name. You're Heisenberg. You're goddamn right. I still find
Heisenberg
that
here.
funny.
That's still awesome. Especially for kind of an old guy with his balls basically in his wife's pocket, for him to go from that to Heisenberg. We just watched that whole series again. My wife did, and I tuned in for the good ones. Still a good show. Tireless Tracker. I'm getting tired of Tireless Tracker. I gotta tell ya.
We're gonna find the answers to life, the universe, and everything, dude.
Bring that on. Bring it on.
Fudge nuggets. You know what? Fuck it. Budget. No
Boom.
damage being dealt to me today. He said playing around the meta. He said every time I played Matter Reshaper, I've never gotten a creature off of it. Literally never. Every single time.
In case
single time.
What didn't I do this turn, PV? What did I not do? I did not
Play a
make a land
land,
drop. I didn't even get.
I noticed. That's why I thought about not blocking. I was like,
even Matter
I sat there, I was
Reshaper.
like,
Matter Reshaper didn't get there.
"Hmm,
26 lands. Can't do it, man. Just can't do it.
Colloidus. He's a
What up,
traitor of
Cloitus?
debt.
That's
Coitus?
Cletus. What up, Cletus? I don't know what you're talking about. In the South, that's Cletus.
Clitoris. He's a clitoris traitor of debt.
Oh goodness. Cover your ears, kids. The stream is getting.
You never seen
getting
the
sensy.
clitoris? Oh, sorry.
Oh
I do
goodness gracious.
apologize.
It's
Yeah, I feel like I should just build I feel like I'm trying too hard. I should just build it to make this deck work. Cause I'm looking at the cards in my hand. Like these aren't the cards I want, but they're gonna win me the game.
Yeah,
So,
you suck. Why are you
John
winning
just
games,
seems
dude?
better.
Why are you winning games here? Oh, that doesn't seem too bad. How's your turn looking? How's your turn?
Pretty good.
Oh, I don't
pretty
even
good
get cards
today.
because they got exiled. I don't even get to draw my servitor. It ain't right, man.
Seems pretty good. I should just build Jund.
This
The
is too
fuck I'm
gross. Oh, look what I did.
Like
I got there.
Like why am I trying to make Gitrog a thing when I can just build Jund?
This is bad. This is the bad right here.
Yeah, I'm just building Jund immediately after this game. I guess we can play one more, try to find Gitrog, but I just feel like you just cut all the bad cards and play a bunch of sweet green, black, and red cards, and you're set.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Basically, it's like the Jund mid-range deck last format, but like 3 times better because you get Cletus, Gitrog, Chandra, like actual top end that can kill opponents even if they're ramp, as opposed to top end that is like, here's my big dumb monster. Oh wait, you have Ulamog.
I surprisingly won a game with.
Oh, dude,
Red
are we
Eldrazi,
frozen?
Where my opponent.
Oh no, I'm frozen.
I think so.
It says you're watching damage effects.
in
I find
peace.
that unlikely.
Yeah, I am not watching.
I
any damage effects.
concede.
I was gonna concede.
Nah, man. I'm pretty sure we had that by the balls. We had you right where we wanted you, but I'm gonna concede because I'm nice, not because the board position was unsurvivable for me.
Well, send me an invite. I got a different deck. I'll play with some real deck.
No game 3? Okay. I mean, you definitely had
I'll
me
work
there.
on Jund actually, because I haven't even thought about Jund, and I'm pretty sure that's good enough to give it an actual real shot.
Alright, this will be my last game with the Red Eldrazi for the day, because I think I'm going on like an hour and a half of it, so... Oh, wells. That is the second time today,
Play
though.
the deck.
There is a, well, I'm doing like a video. When I'm exporting it over to YouTube, I'm doing a video for each type. But, yeah, there is a bug on that Firebird, dude. Like, if it attacks a Planeswalker, you just get frozen in watching damage effects. Like, game ends. So, GG. Phoenix bug. It's the second time it happened to me today.
Rest in peace, Firewing Phoenix is the way to win games, guys. You know what that means? You want to get rank 40, you just put Firewing Phoenix in your deck, and you win. You just, as long as you're willing to wait longer than your opponent.
Yep, that's right. Heard. Yep, just walk away from the computer, walk away from the Xbox, go take a walk with your dog, go get some lunch, come back, outside. Collect gold. Go play outside. Nobody does that. Dude, I take a walk every day outside, but I play like Magic on my iPhone because I'm beautiful. The game recognizes.
Oh, this hand's unkeepable.
Besides, I'm not going to hit my land drops, so what's it going to matter?
No, this hand's the worst.
I'm going to just get mana screwed and die.
I mulled to 6 and now I'm dead. RIP 2016. Can't cast spells in my hand. Rest in peace. Oh my god, this is the worst.
Well, try not to concede until you at least see what happens to me.
We can currently cast 0 spells.
Well, no, I'm off to the races, so not quite 0.
Currently 0. So we can cast a spell. Ugh.
No, not that. Boo. Boo hiss.
We cast a spell.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's see what we draw. Yeah, I was gonna think about playing this, but instead we're gonna go with that. And then if we can't cast this, we'll play that.
If we draw the primary color in our deck, like you know the color of our deck is actually like heavily played, we have a shot, but we didn't.
Fail.
Rest in peace. We cast 0 spells this game. Ripperoni. This deck is mainly green.
You took the Oath of Chandra.
Splashes...
What could be wrong?
This deck is mainly green. It just splashes red, but rest in peace us.
Ouch. Naya something or other.
Yeah, it barely splashes red, and it's like mainly green-white.
So is it something you've been working a bit on? Do you like it? Oh, look what I did to you!
You're an abortion clinic waiting to happen.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Oh, hey, you got there. See? See? I did you one
but
better.
You're still an abortion clinic waiting to happen.
May that be carved on my tombstone. Alright.
You're an abortion clinic waiting to happen.
When I finally compile my blog into a book, an ebook for Magic Duels, we're gonna put that quote on the on the cover, along with the Mein Kampf of Magic Duels quote from Mobius. Naya Sadness, a solid archetype.
Naya Sadness?
I call
right.
See, I think that applies better to the vampire decks because I don't think they're very good. So instead of madness, I've been calling it vampire sadness. But I mean, he's all over it.
Yeah,
so.
The vampire decks are trash.
Vampire sadness, baby. Alrighty, Giddy. I guess I gotta take some time off of Bashing Face and kill Giddy. So that was a nice 4 mana, gain 5 life. Make me discard a card. Ruh-roh. And who said Sylvan Ranger can't trade for
color.
stuff?
Oh no!
Oh
I'm
no!
so bad at this game.
Wait, what could you need?
I just assumed the game was smart enough to grab me my primary color. I need double green in this
He
deck.
needs more green.
I was hoping the game was. I was hoping the game was smart enough.
You should know better.
I guess that's my mistake. My mistake.
You gotta know by now, dude. This game is out to screw you. You have to be all up in there. You have to be all up in their shit at all times. And make sure that it doesn't screw you. I guess I will do this and a little of that. As dirty as it feels, I think I have to kill you before your deck does nasty things to me. And what do we have there? Oh, judgment. We were, ladies and gentlemen, we were about to get judged. And now I'm worried about some lightning axe shenanigans. This is legitly as in Naya Madness. Maybe Nighthawk nailed it right out of the gate.
Perhaps.
From beyond. Ah, now we're getting judged. All right.
Don't
Top
draw a land and
deck.
beat my face in. Don't draw a land and beat my face
Top
in.
deck.
Don't draw a land and...
Did it. All right.
I mean, when you roll that hot, you roll that hot.
Rolling hot, but let's see. Planar Outburst would.
No, there's nothing in my deck that comes back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo. So I guess I have to wait till next time to find out. Is it Naya tokens? Is it?
I guess I can try.
All right. Let's get on Team Pee-Pee here. I want to see more of the deck.
Rest in peace. Nope. Nope.
Do you want to do one more? I can do one more. See if you can get that primary color. Seemed like a pretty bad hand. Then again, I haven't won yet, so I should probably shut up. As
I'm
Nissa
just trying to
gets
see
at-
if I have
gets
enough
at me.
to stay alive. I doubt it, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, you got blockers. You got blockers.
Yeah, it just only requires you not to play another Eldrazi, or two more Eldrazi, or whatever it is in one turn. I need you to not have a land and two creatures. Like, there's a lot I need to not happen.
I mean,
So, I'm dead.
I got that boy. One, two, three. Yeah, it's evens, even Stevens. Do you want to do another? I can do one more.
Yeah, we can play again.
All right, cool.
I had to mold a 6, and then I
Yep.
didn't have the primary color of the deck, which kind of sucks.
Yep, just one of those rough hands.
Shit happens. It's one of those like decks where I have to play Sylvan Ranger to find my perfect, like to find like the other colors of the deck. But my hand was like red, white swords, Sylvan Ranger. I'm like, well, I can't actually cast spells at the moment. This deck is mostly green, and it just like barely splashes the other two colors.
I noticed that you had three planes. Do you think you need all those?
Oh yeah. Like those are all 3 planes in the deck.
Okay, of course.
Like,
Naturally.
really-
Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't you just draw all 3 planes when you need one forest?
Yeah, those were. I didn't want to get into it like more detailed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, Dalzim of Street Fighter fame. Let's get it on here with your Inspector Gadget arms. That's what that avatar reminds me of. That's always Dalzim to me.
Which one?
The new
Avatar
one.
music?
Yeah, the one with the pointy flying beard thing, scarf, major shoulder pads.
He just seems the most Naya-y looking guy.
He's got
Well, this
some
one's
serious.
all lands. I can't keep that hand either.
I mean, I guess I try this.
Oh my goodness.
Got a solar
My luck
panel
is
attached to his arm.
unparalleled.
Dude's
You
like,
laugh
power of the
just on my
sun. Hey, you got green mana.
Yeah, but this deck, like, what you said earlier really spoke to me. You were saying about how, like, talking about 26 lands, and yet you'll still get stuck on 3 consistently. You have no idea. Like, I'm just sitting in my, like, when I was listening earlier, I was like, preach, brother, preach.
Haha,
Like,
yeah.
You're speaking words of wisdom right now.
Oh, thank you. I thought for sure you would tell me how wrong I was in that specific case.
No, I was like, preach.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
it
trying to bring
happens
the
way
I'm trying to
more
bring the
often than it
people
should.
around. I'm trying to do God's work here and tell the people. You gotta play more lands, guys. Now that we have lands that do things, you may as well.
Well, I guess this gives away what the deck does.
Ta-da! I mean, you went Oath into Gideon, so Nighthawk is like this curve face, and I'm like that curve. Ugh. Like I'm dead. That curve is gonna wreck me. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do about it? I guess the line can be this guy, but this token hits for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We're gonna do it like this. Have I tried white-black control? Yeah, I got my butt kicked with it on day 1 like a G. Just took that beating right off the bat. Like the very first beating I signed up for was with white-black control. The deck is fine. The deck is interesting, but I still don't think I quite want to be playing kind of a old-school Truey control-ish list. I don't feel like it does enough yet. So that's kind of my take on it. But we'll revisit it. I still have it built, and we'll play it one of these days, I promise. Alright. I was really hoping you'd just make that emblem. I was really hoping you'd just go emblem.
Fuck no.
It's the cute play. People like cute plays. That's why I was hoping it would happen. Oh well. Bummer sauce.
You got it.
Yeah. Ain't dead though. Boo. I have this awkward feeling like we might get Westvale Abbey'd this game. Which would be the second time since update drop that PP has made me bend over and take a profane prince where the sun don't shine. Sorry.
I'm a fan of the Westvales of the Abbey.
Oh, yeah. It is a fun card. What's it gonna be? Yep. Here we go. Oh boy.
Just an impending doom.
Just some impending doom indeed. So let's see, guys. What do we have to do to not freaking die? I mean, it's really tempting to throw this on the table and feel happy. Same with this. He's going to untap, he's going to get a creature. If he has his land drop, he's going to have a 9/9 indestructible flying haste lifelink. And racing that doesn't exactly sound like a winning proposition. So we have to make a play that is much sadder in general. Oh well.
Rest in peace, Gideon. You will be remembered.
Remember the Gideon. Always remember the Gideon.
Fuzz nuggets.
we're delaying, which is about all we can do. Stall for time. But this is gonna be a competitive game. I'm curious to see where we go from here. Eye in the sky. Somebody's flying drones over Naya over here.
Shoot, how much damage were you gonna take? Like 1,000,000?
I wish a bit more.
I'm just gonna
Uh-oh.
waste this on
The
like
Thopter?
that, I guess. It's either
Interesting.
the Thopter or the 3/2. I'm not sure. I just have to stave off as much damage as possible, I think, so I just have to kill the Thopter.
Yep, just gotta play some Bee Gees and stay alive.
All I have to do is get to the point where I can put a 9/8 into play, and should be fine.
Oh boy. Oh boy. We got a barn burner, ladies and gents. We got a barn burner.
Yeah, here comes the beats.
That can be
And they
done at
aren't by
like...
Dre.
I mean, this can be done at instant speed, but I'm not gonna insult your intelligence and pretend I'm not gonna do it. Let's go, Dre Beats! Ugh. Into the maw of hell would save you there? From what? Indestructible haste, homie. Indestructible. You will become indestructible. How about a creature? You're not a creature. Alrighty. Let's get profane up in here. Let's get profane. Oh, destroy the Abbey. Yeah, you're brilliant, Yonder, and I'm stupid. I forgot all about that. That's how long it's been since I played Into the Maw of Hell.
I've never played it, so just beating you there.
If only I had a way to sack a Thopter, I could, you know, maybe play this out.
Flip.
See, I gotta be careful. I'm not talking through my lines like I usually do, because I got, you know, my opponent's, he's right there listening. I gotta be a little clever.
I gotta think. If I attack, I go up to 17, and then you have 6, 7, 8, 9, fuck million damage.
Yep, that's accurate. That's an accurate count. It's fuck million damage.
I don't like the sound of fuck million damage. I'm just gonna be like, the race begins!
The race begins here. Yes, indeed.
There's no dispersing red, homie.
Well, I wish you had held off on that attack. But oh well. Oh well.
I feel as if it doesn't make a difference. Like I count. Oh, fuck me in the shit. That I counted. I was like, well, I'm winning this race if I just attack each turn.
1, 2,
Well-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 4, 14, 15, 16. I'm 1 short.
It's a lot of damage.
I'm 1 short. Oh man. Okay. Alrighty.
It's a lot of damage. Ouch. Ouch.
Boom.
Mama, no.
No!
No, Chandra, no!
Chandra! Oh!
Chandra, no!
Not Chandra! Oh, big
She's
hit.
gonna shave me.
Oh man. Big Vile Aggregate.
Alright,
Got. Uh-oh. Well, that hurts.
Alright. Oh, I didn't even notice you had the mana to do it. Oh, that makes me... I'm dumb. I just misplayed hardcore. I just lost because of that.
Well, that's the only... But now you can hit me with the 9/7, at least. Because otherwise I was going to sack it when the 9/7 attacked after blocking, and then you don't gain life.
I go up to 11. I go up to 11, right? And then you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm just super dead.
Yeah. Unless you have more action somehow. Any other Eldrazi you can go fetch? That costs 3. Ah, there's action. Let's see. Oh yeah, you could have targeted Pia first.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention and notice you had the mana up. I literally just didn't even notice. Actually, just didn't pay attention.
All right. Oh, it all tramples. I was gonna like Rogue's Passage and be afraid I screwed up, but I forgot about trample. Not trying to be a troll. Sorry.
Well, you're fine.
All right.
No, oh, I wanted to respond and sack my From Beyond.
That was a close game.
That ingest on that fucking Chandra just like was a literal nuts. It sucks.
It couldn't get luckier. Couldn't get luckier.
Well, I guess I'm done playing Magic. My game just froze.
Ouch.
I have to go get food anyway.
All right, cool, man.
C-store closes. Oh my god, my Xbox is going fucking apeshit right now.
Meltdown. So I'll try to get you before it all falls apart, but thanks for the games.
Yeah, no problem. I have to go get food. I'm hungry. I'll just stay in the party. If you're not going to be on by the time I get back, I assume you will. It's only going to take me like 20 minutes to get food.
All right, later, dude.
Let's see. What to grab?
I'm also going to put a kibosh on this part of the video where we play the red Eldrazi deck. So let's revisit
I shouldn't have told you to
more
make
time.
it faster.
Shouldn't have told me to make it faster for sure. All right, so we can't deny that we had better results with the faster version, and it makes sense. You know, there's definitely, I don't feel like the cards Juggernaut or Runed Servitor are good cards, but they are synergy plays, and the deck is more of a synergy deck than I think I gave it credit for with my attempt at a slower build. Kind of my mid-rangey, misguided, guided efforts. All right, later, dude. So, if I were to run it, I would recommend something a little more aggressive, but don't cut the land. I think 26 land is important. You saw how we had trouble hitting mana drops anyway. We still struggle with mana drops, land drops. So, yeah, do your best. Hit those land drops. Play 26 lands. I won't play more. It just feels ridiculous at that point. Mimic never really got to work. Wail was just kind of so-so. Contortion was great. Obligator stole us a game that I thought we would have lost. Vile Aggregate is good. Some of those ingest triggers were clutch. Engineer wouldn't take him out. It got there. It also, subtly, the Engineer made that game that we won with the Obligator on the Colossus. The Engineer made that possible because he came out there, made the 1/1 haste, got in for the extra point, which let Firecraft be lethal. Matter Reshaper, I don't think you can cut this. It's too much value, even if he doesn't always pay off. Big Jugs. I mean, what can you say? I hate this card, man. But at the same time, it got in there, smacked him for 5, whereas Chandra's Ignition and Endbringer sat in our hand most of the games we played. So, makes sense. Sometimes other folks are right, and PP's played this deck a lot more than me. I know he would probably get on me for flip-flopping or being easily influenceable, but sometimes they're right. I'm not always the most easily influenceable, I don't think, but sometimes I am very wrong. And there is that Firebird. I mean, this guy, don't attack Planeswalkers with it. You just might freeze your game. Pia Kiran, very clutch card, especially that last game, Thought-Knot. I don't think we lost a game where we played a Thought-Knot. And, of course, Reality Smasher, and I love Chandra. Even though I don't think we ever did much with her, there's no way I would cut it. And the mana base I'd keep as it is. So, with that, I'm going to go into the bathroom for a minute, get a drink, and come right back, and we're going to play a new deck. So, your job in the Twitch chat is to let me know what deck I should play next. And I'm going to step out, tell me what you want to see, and when I come back, we're going to play something different. Mill? You guys want to see Mill? Oh my gosh, Mill's so bad. At least that's been my finding so far. So we got black-white control, we got Mill, and we got Junkratz. We got 2 votes for Junkratz. Somebody wants some mono black. All right. Well, I did ask for your opinions. I'm sorry that I can't make everybody happy. I do have to pick one and try to roll with it. Let's see. Of that list, I think the one that is the closest to a polished deck right now is the Junkratz deck. I think it is. And I know I plan to make a video about that anyway, so we're going to rock the Jund. And the good news about Jund is it does have a frog, so you're going to get to see the frog in action. Now, let me go see how the deck list for Jund looks over on Magic Duels Helper, where I put the deck lists. Let me see if it's up to date. If not, maybe I'll edit it, or maybe I'll just edit it when this video is done. We're gonna have fun though. This deck is nothing if not a lot of fun. Like it is a really exciting deck to play. And it does look like the list is accurate at the moment. Let's see, except for the lands, the mana base isn't quite accurate. It runs 4 Evolving Wilds. So the list is pretty close, what's over there on Magic Duels Helper, and I'll go update that in a minute. So let's get into the deck list as we're going to play it today. This is going to be Jund Aristocrats, or just Krats, as I like to say it. All crunk and Hotline, Houston. He's like, we got some Jund Krats in the house. Oh, my voice isn't working. I gotta drink some water. Normally I can do a pretty interesting Lil Jon impression. That's kind of a joke. So this deck has changed a lot. and I was really worried that this deck would not be good in the new expansion. Perilous Mirror was a pretty important card to it, and instead what we have is kind of a lot just stronger in general cards that we can play to replace the mirror. They don't do the removal job, so we have to be careful about getting run out of the barn, but for the most part we just have stronger drops. Cards like Deathcap Cultivator, Sylvan Advocate, Duskwatch Recruiter, they're just more powerful cards. And they actually don't necessarily synergize with Rot Shambler, but they make Rot Shambler better. Because you can cast Rot Shambler, and what are they going to kill? You know, they're going to kill Duskwatch and Cultivator and Sylvan Advocate if they can. Which means Rot Shambler doesn't die as much as it used to, so it grows pretty freely. And this guy's ability to dig for more creatures helps you set up your combos with Nantuko Husk and Smothering Abomination. Also, Tireless Tracker also fits that vein. You know, it falls right into that strategy where not a super synergy card with Nantuko Husk, but just a really good green card that generates value. And you're going to see a lot of that. It's a little different. The last version of the deck had cards like Elvish Visionary. Elvish Visionary isn't a good card, but it draws you a card, and it's a body that you can sacrifice to Husk, so it's a good Husk card. This deck has a lot less good Husk cards, and just a lot more good cards. So it's not as reliant on the combo as it used to be. Nissa fits right in here for making plant creatures that you can sacrifice, or for buffing your team. She does double duty. Kalitas is interesting, but Kalitas plays really well with some of the other cards here, so if you want to see some life gain, if you find yourself in a pickle, play Kalitas and then Chandra's Ignition it. You gain 3 life for each creature it does damage to. So that life link, the damage comes from Kalitas. And you gain all the life for all the damage it does. So if the opponent has 5 creatures, you gain 15 life plus 3 more for dealing it to the player, 18 life. Boom. Plus you get a zombie for every creature you kill with that damage. Awesome. Hopefully we can pull that off today. Frog Monster, he has Death Touch, so even if your opponent has a 12/12, if you Chandra's Ignite the Frog Monster, the Death Touch will kill that creature if it's not indestructible. So, Cultivator can also gain Death Touch in weird situations from Delirium, and it works the same way. No Seed Guardian. Yeah, no Seed Guardian, dude. I tried Seed Guardian out. I wasn't that impressed. He made me sad more than he made me happy. That's a mistake. Let's get some of that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. I wonder if I should really have 2 Westvale Abbeys. This is a good Westvale Abbey deck. It gets a lot of creatures onto the battlefield, but not that many at a time. I mean, if we get that wide of a board, we are kind of just winning. So I'm going to go down to 1 Westvale Abbey. Blasphemy! But mana is the concern with this deck. I mean, this is a deck that we have to get our mana right. Also, Mountain is the worst land in the deck. It's a deck that's really intense on its colors. We need double black. We need multiple green to be competitive. And if you have 2 mountains in the deck, it seems like I always draw 2 mountains, and they're basically like having 2 wastes most of the time. Chandra's Ignition is the only red card, and we keep it because there are so many situations and so many decks where this is the only solution. You know, this is the only out. It could save us if we had it. And just having it in the deck means you're going to draw it plenty because A-Bomb, he likes to draw cards. And so does Tracker, and the rest of the deck is really kind of about that engine. So let's get it going. Let's rock it. I don't even have Active Treason in here right now. Active Treason was very much part of the ramp, the anti-ramp strategy from the last meta. And I'm not sure how big of a part of the meta ramp is or big creature spells. Active Treason may belong back in the deck, but for now I'm leaving it out just to see what we run into. Seed Guardian made mana pretty awkward. The double green, we just need to stay away from the doubles as much as we can, and it's hard to stay away from double black. But double green in particular, we don't need to have that many things that do double green. Also, there's a lot more ways to exile now than there was before. So I feel like there's just a lot of ways to exile the Seed Guardian, and you're left with, you paid 4 mana for a 3/4 reach. they discarded their removal spell, and you didn't get anything off the back of it. Also, you'll notice no evolutionary leap. I'm instead using Duskwatch Recruiter and Tireless Tracker for the card advantage engines, because evolutionary leap on its own is, as a non-creature, doesn't do it doesn't synergize when it's just in your deck with the other creature cards and the cards that sack creatures. So that's something else to consider. No evolutionary leap feels weird, and it may come back. A one of probably wouldn't kill me, but figuring out what to cut, it's going to be interesting. The deck in general isn't... It's got a lot of moving pieces, but it isn't as all-in on Nantuko Husk as it used to be, which I think is a good thing in the long term. This is an interesting hand. I really don't like double bone splinters, but it's hard to turn away a cultivator, especially when you could get an abomination out quickly. So let's see what our opponent's bringing as we dive into a game. We are up against a 27 rank, the Heavy B, so we know he's out for blood, he's jumping right on the Duels thing. If you're already in your 20 ranks, you're probably playing Duels on the regular, and he's going to lead off with a pacifist who's not very passive. Get that going, get the cultivator out there, see what we can ramp into, and try to keep that thing from pumping or flipping. Although next turn, if we want to, we can solve the problem with Bone Splinter Thrall. Maybe where we need to go. Oh, it's where we need to go. Holy cow. Our opponent is not shy. Not shy about bringing the beats. Boom. So that's 6 damage for turn 3 before we untap for our 3rd turn. Ouchie wawa. So let's get that thing off the board before this game goes way south. Down, boy. Heal. Alright, so we got the double black. Hopefully we can get another creature. A blister pod would be fantastic. Make me feel great about casting Abomination. But otherwise, the other red needs to come along eventually so we can ignite something. But since our opponent's ramping now, we're not in a rush. Looks like we quelled the early storm. So now we can try to take it to the next level. And we got an interesting choice. I think I'm going to go with the Abomination here. Yes, I will. We've got 2 creatures on the board. A Twin Bolt would be really unfortunate, but we can still sacrifice our Scion in response and draw a card, and then a Abomination would be another card. So he can get rid of our board, but we can get value and reload. And of course, if he doesn't have that, we just kind of roll into the sunset, looking beautiful. So he's going to play the kind of vanilla 3/4 wolf. Not that good of a card. So I would have to call that a pretty good turn. Alright, we did get to another creature. We have the double red. So we're getting pretty set up. This is going pretty well from here. He'll need to have a really big turn. If he has a Chandra's Ignition, that will be a big negative, but we'll get out Husk so we can at least draw a bunch of cards if he has it. And we'll pitch that and go get black mana. As you can see, we lean pretty hard on the black mana. Alright. What's it gonna be, 3/4? He's gonna attack. I'm gonna take it. Not gonna worry too much. He's gonna Howl Pack. Not that surprising. Hit me for 4. We only need to draw like a creature or 2 and we can go lethal. So do I sacrifice my Smothering Abomination? No, I don't think so. I think we'll say bye to Cultivator. I don't have any way to use the mana at instant speed, which is why I paused to think about it a little harder. Let's see, we got 6/6 Husk. Not drawing as many creatures as I'd like to, that's for sure. But we are in a bit of a race, so I think what I'm supposed to do here is sack my backup Husk to Bone Splinters and just make sure he has no board so he can't find a creative way to kill us with some combo of Titan Strength or whatever. Alright, more land. Woo! Doing it. So we have the... Potentially we may come up one shy next turn with Chandra's Ignition on Smothering Abomination. But I think we still go for it. Or at least we sacrifice our Husk, not the Abomination, is what I mean. Because we need more cards. We don't want to land flood to death. Oh my goodness. But apparently that is what's going to happen. Man, we're going to come up one short here too. So I'm not even going to fire off the Ignition because we might need it later to come back if he starts getting a board. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. Okay. Well, there's the good news is there's 21 creatures left in the deck and 40 cards, so the odds of drawing creatures are looking good. And if we can get one of them to a 5 power, we can just kind of take the game out of nowhere. But in the meantime, we're at the mercy. Oh, that's a creature. Oh, please don't die. I will be so sad if he has a way to kill Gitrog. Now, since he didn't have a way to kill Abomination, if he does kill this, we'll know he top-decked it. Oh wait, I could have played another land. I'm stupid. I'm not used to playing with Gitrog. Very first time I play him, I missed my land drop. My second land drop. Boo. CGB bad. Gitrog monster good. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous card. Legendary Frog Horror, ladies and gentlemen. So here comes another Breakneck Rider, as our opponent goes wide to try to deal with Gitrog, the monster. But, bless me. Looks like he won't be able to. Away with you, land! I change you into more blister pods. Remember how I said I needed a blister pod? Boom! Ah, Froggy wins. So that was Red-Green Wolves. Alright. Kapow, indeed. I like that one, Mortivore. Kapow. Ba-lam. I can't tell what that one is yonder. Is that trophy? I don't know what that is. But thank you anyway for your emojis, I think they're called. I'm not cool. I'm not one of the cool kids who knows what to call the little things. Gitrog always clutches it, dude. All hail the Gitrog. Totally worth it, right? Drawing about 10 lands in a row to get to a Gitrog monster? I think so. Chugging some trail mix before I face my enemy. Alright. Hand is slow. Our opponent is mulliganing. We are on the play. I think that lets us get away with a slow hand. So we'll try this. The initial colors are in good shape. But going tap land in this format can be really deadly against the wrong opponents. But he's going to open with a tap land himself. That is a welcome sight for me. That's an untapped land, which is very clutch and exactly what I could want to draw. And I think in this scenario, even though we have several interesting choices, I think I actually want to lead with this, because if he doesn't play a spell, it will flip, and then I can have a pretty big turn. where I go both of these. But if I play this, next turn I can likely cast one of these. So I think it's worth the gamble. Let's find out. Because you remember the other side of this guy makes your creatures cost 1 less to cast. And is also a 3/3 beater. So he's pretty effective on the play because your opponent won't always have a 2-drop. Now, of course, I said that. I'm sure they'll have something. Oh, timer's running. Timer's running. Ooh. Now we just have to wonder if they have Languish, but I think regardless, we play out. Now,
I am back. I have returned.
Okay, guys, we can start playing Magic again. Peepy's here. Alright, I think we want to
Your
track.
lives may continue.
Yeah, I think I do want to track.
I will continue to let the world rotate.
You sound out of breath, dude. Did you run upstairs?
Yeah, no, I walked up 5 flights of stairs to get to my fucking room.
Select a
That's what I
player
gotta
or
do.
planeswalker. There's nothing on the battlefield. Like, the guy's got nothing, and it needs me to select a player or planeswalker. Fun. You missed it. Gitrog clutched it. Clutched our first game with the
Sweet.
Jund aristocrats here. Not the Jund value or Jund midrange or whatever or Jund control, but very much my aristocrats deck, so not blatantly ripping off your idea.
It doesn't bother me. Like decks on this game are just ideas that people have to see. It's nothing like people can take credit for, because like the ideas of the decks are already implemented in the game. You just have to be able to see them.
Yeah.
And taking credit on what someone saw first is not something I care about. So.
Oh, cool.
That's an infamous territory that I don't tread.
Indeed.
He's
All right.
like, oh, he built my blue-white control deck. The fuck you mean? It's like every blue-white control deck is gonna be the exact same minus like 5 or 6 cards.
Oh yeah, man. Yep. Jundy Cratties.
So I'm gonna leave the party for a while to watch a movie because I have dinner and I don't want to play Magic and eat.
All right.
Because it's greasy.
Later, Pee-Pee
Thanks,
Squeeps.
man.
Thanks for stopping by. All right, so, oh, that's a good draw. Now we don't exactly want to get into a tussle with Graveblade. We really don't. Man. If we did, of course we could flip Lily, but I don't think we have anything of consequence to get back yet. Now, if we play Lily, we can still activate a clue. If we don't play Lily, we can play Abomination. But if we activate the clue first, and we draw a land that enters the battlefield untapped, we can play the Abomination, and if we don't draw the land, we can play Lily. You guys get all that? So, I think that's what I want to go for. I want to at least see if I can dig my way to an even more productive turn, since they're both kind of medium. Alright, that's a good card. I think it can wait. Wait a minute. Oh, my guy isn't flipped anymore. I'm a doofus. I failed. I failed at Magic, everyone. I didn't do it right. So let's get aggressive. He's at 11. Let's go ahead and make this play. It's a very aggressive play, but since we drew the splinters, we can do it. Yep, the werewolf flipped. Nighthawk got me. You know what? I played horrible in Innistrad last time around, and it was always because I would get in my head that a card did something, and then it would flip, and it wouldn't be doing that in the moment I would be expecting it to. There was a card, Mayor of Avabrook, I believe it was, in the original Innistrad, that gave all humans +1/+1 on the front side, and gave all werewolves +1/+1 on the back side. And everybody at the event that I went to, for some reason, like, humans was the big deal that weekend. So I played against this deck 3 rounds in a row, and every time I would forget, like, which tribe was getting the bonus. And it was a real nightmare for me. So I have, there's, trauma in my past when it comes to remembering that a werewolf flipped or didn't flip. It is, yeah. Anyway, that's a little no longer important back in the day story for y'all. But that was a quick game. I mean, we just got right out of the gates and pretty much smashed him. And that was some kind of a UB control list, it looked like. Didn't control very much. Whoa, 120 coins? That's nuts. Since when do they start paying that, if they're even actually paying it, right? Because I always forget to look at the actual amounts and do the math. I like a fool. I trust that they're giving me the coins they say they is. There's something I really like now. The last Junkrat's deck wasn't that aggressive. I mean, it could be aggressive. You play your spells and attack with your creatures, but they were mostly like 1/1s. Obviously, attacking with Elvish Visionary isn't a big play. But when you like flip your Duskwatch Recruiter and your Tireless Tracker starts growing off clues, you're actually attacking with some pretty big creatures quickly. So it plays a lot more rather than a combo deck, which it really was, like a Husk combo deck. Now it's much more of a beatdown deck that also has a combo finish if you need it with Nantuko Husk, Smothering Abomination, and Chandra's Ignition. So I do think this deck is even better than it was in the past. I played a good mashup with Gemini. I'm trying to remember what deck he was running, but Junkrat's held up really well. What was he running? He was running Ramp, I believe, but I could be wrong about that. Don't hold me to it. He would probably remember. Oh yeah, I think I'm pretty confident it was his Naya Ramp deck, and the deck held up really well. So is Nissa good enough to make this hand a keep? I mean, it's not a great hand, but we've got a removal spell on a Planeswalker. It's hard to demand more, so let's give this a whirl. Lumbering Falls for the opponent. Tireless Tracker for us. Not gonna try to save the cute Evolving Wilds Tireless Tracker combo. Most of our clues, as you will probably see, go unsacrificed because it just makes so many, but I would rather make sure that my lands line up well for the rest of the game. Jace, right off the bat. So our opponent, pretty good looking draw so far for our opponent. Doesn't look like a walk in the park. There's a good card. We'll see if we can use it in an effective way this game. We'll need a Nantuko Husk to kind of fuel it. That or our Tireless Tracker will need to eat plenty of cluesies. But right now, the lineup I see is Thrall, Nissa, Tracker, and he's got a Wolf. Okay. I think everything in my deck is sorcery speed, so I solemnly swear not to cast things on your turn. Oh yeah, attack. Attack! Oh, what's he doing? Messing with me? Jesus Pete's. Alright. Get your loot. Maybe it's blue-green Tempo Wolves. I don't know. I wish I could be looting right now. Nissa to the house. Nissa to the token. Alright. See what our opponent wants to do with us. This guy has a name. Go, hey, hey. I don't know if that's the kind of hey he did. It might be hey, or hey, or hey, hey. Who knows? Like that Bud Light commercial with the what's up that probably nobody remembers because I'm old. Oh well. Tightening coils. Interesting. What is our opponent up to? Probably up to attacking me with a 2/3. Yeah, I'm not wrong there, am I? Does he attack me or Nissa? I might just take it if he doesn't attack Nissa. 2 cards in graveyard, 2 Lumbering Falls, which could be an issue. Plant! Jump in front, plant! Yeah! Plants are pretty much fodder at this point, anywho. Oh, nice. They're the right kind of fodder, too. Let me show you what I mean. Clue. death to the 2/3? I mean, do I care about the 2/3? I have to block it. I mean, I'll have to block it with the Carrier Thrill, or I could kill the Jace. I guess Jace is the safer long-term kill. What kind of deck do you suggest for a person who just finished all the stories and have unlocked basic cards? Something aggressive. Probably green-white kind of creatures and pump spells deck, because those still blindside me every now and then, even though I've got all the cards unlocked. Something aggressive, definitely. Thopters, if you can build it. I would pretty much build Thopters as soon as I could, because it's very consistent and hard to deal with as a deck. Alright, 3/2 wipes his whole board. Usually I save Ignition for something juicier, but we don't have red. Never mind. I was thinking about using it this turn, but we do not have the red mana. So what should I do? Tracker can draw a card. Nissa can make a plant. Pretty much gums up the board. I'm not very worried about him attacking me right now. Let's start with a clue. And we can use our black mana for it. Or, no, we'll leave one green. There we go. Like that? Nope. Like that. Okay. Well, you're not going to get an amazing amount of wins with just the unlocked cards. Like, it's hard to get your grind on in the beginning, dude. That much I can promise you. You know, you're taking the hard road. But, you know, you gotta stick with it. You could, the AI has a tendency to build decks that are actually really tough on aggro decks. So I still recommend aggressive decks, because I think that's where you should kind of start the journey. But you'll have to unlock much more powerful cards to be more competitive. That's kind of the way. That's how they get you to pay, you know. It's kind of their business model. So right now the grind is going to be tough. You're going to lose some games. But, you know, you could watch streams like this, and maybe we'll be able to show you some ways to tune your decks, make them better. Alright, there's a Disperse. Alright. It gives me the impression he may not have better creatures to play. I was holding this Bone Splinters because I thought you may have an Outland Colossus or something like that I absolutely need to remove. Bounding Crassus, okay. He really wants to get at Nissa. Gonna tap my 2/3. Well, we can trade with his Timberpack Wolf. We can chump block the 2/2. Nissa can take 3 damage, go down to 3 loyalty. Alright, so we'll do it like that. And now we want to try to do our best to find a red mana, because the board is getting a little messy. Now, we're keeping up okay. Like, I'm not that worried, but... Now, do I want to sack this Clue? No, I might need that Scion. I might need that Scion. Let's not be too short-sighted. It's just so tempting to draw that card, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's continue to build the board. Let's play our land and... Oh, I should have played my tracker first. I got short-sighted again. Wanted to make my Sylvan Advocate a big ol' 4/5. Let's see. Since we already did that, let's draw our card and try to make a better turn. Blister Pod. I mean, that's okay. But still. Oh, actually, we can do it like this. We can go Tracker, Cultivator. We can take out the... Crassus. Okay. Pretty good. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. Like I said, I didn't want to use the Bone Splinters until I was sure he didn't have something like an Outland Colossus, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't based on how he spent his last turn, which is why we're firing Bone Splinters off now to get rid of the Crassus. He's got a Void Mage. What's he going to bounce? Probably the Sylvan Advocate, so he has another good attack. Yep. And does he go after Nissa again? If he does, we can try to trade off with his Thief. If we care. Okay, he's going after us with Thief, so we have to block it. So we'll try to trade off with it. We can let Nissa take that hit, but nah, we'll just save Loyalty, and we'll save one Scion. Because we may need the blocks. What kind of boosters should I buy right now? Probably Oath of the Gatewatch has the highest concentration of power. Like, that's what PP says, and I agree with him. I think his logic for that is correct. I think Oath of the Gatewatch has the highest current level of power of any of the booster packs. Pretty much the most common question I get, along with where can I find your deck list? And the answer to that is Magic Duels Helper. Alright, Disciple of the Ring. Last I knew, this card did absolutely nothing because of the bugs, and I don't think our opponent even has a bunch of spells in their graveyard. They have a Disperse is the only thing they could have sacrificed. I mean, if Disciple does work, a Disperse is all they have for it. That's a pretty bad Disciple. Alrighty, here we go. I guess it's ignition time. You guys ready? It's gonna be fun. Let's try to do it in a way that gets us the most value and gives up the least creatures. And I think I found that way. If we just do it on our biggest creature, I mean, they're both 4 power, so we'll do it on the one with the lower toughness. I'm trying to get my taps right. Okay. There we go. Finished game. Or do we want to accept the concession? Let's accept the concession. He's not coming back from that one. So, there you go. We didn't have Nantuko Husk or Smothering Abomination, but we still were able to pretty much brick wall his Simic deck and get the victory. So that's pretty much what I was talking about with I think the deck is more resilient and even better now. I thought I accepted the concession. Am I still playing? I swear I hit the button to... Whatever. Doesn't matter, right? Frickin' Duels. I tried to. I swear I tried to accept it. But here we are. So now I will dirtle my way to victory. Dude, I swear I accepted it. Oh well. Let it go, let it go. Words of wisdom from a Disney princess. Oh, good thing we killed that Timberpack Wolf before his cousin showed up. His pack mate, his homie. Keep that tireless tracking. We be tracking. Let's get big fast, Amazon style, and bring the beats. Nighthawk, you sound so ruthless, dude. I know you're a big softy. Mercy is for the weak. Indeed. I know you're a big softy, though. Alright, so that was a good one. Let's power up for another. And see if we can't get, some, maybe somebody can play a ramp deck. Maybe somebody can play some Is It Prowess. A white aggro, which has been popping up more and more, and I probably need to do a video of because I've been playing against it so much lately. Not on here, on iOS, but I find that iOS is generally speaking a a pretty advanced metagame compared to the others. Is Nighthawk from No Goblins? It is. Also, he has his own YouTube channel. If you don't watch that already, you should. So just see his name right there. Look for it on YouTube. It's awesome.